What's good? I'm Marcus. You're at the channel of the Debt Free Dad, where we're following my family's financial journey to financial freedom based on what we like to call financial freedom. And we're learning a little bit about finance. Hey, in today's video, we're going to talk about something that's going to be real quick. Quit the holidays. Trying to gotta be PC. The holidays are right around the corner, and if you haven't been saving up for the holidays, we're gonna talk about what are your options, what are your game plan, what can you do to put yourself in a position. We got a little over a month to go. I know if y'all been watching this channel or any other of my favorite finance YouTubers, we've been talking about, hey, budgeting for this and budgeting for that and sinking funds for holidays and birthdays. But some of y'all are like how I used to be. I was like, I just worry about it when it comes. Probably isn't the best way to be, but I'm going to give you some things that you can consider that may help you out since the holidays around the corner and you don't want to have anybody out there completely assed out. Before we get started, I'm a licensed attorney. I'm not your attorney. So if you're looking for legal or financial advice, go over there, go over there, go anywhere but here. Because right here, all we're doing is talking about what's going on in the household of the debt-free dad and passing on some good financial education. So holidays are around the corner. You didn't save up a sinking fund, the position that I found myself in plenty of times in the past. What are your options? We're going to talk about 3 or 4 things you can do to help you get right back on track and to kind of put things in perspective. The first thing is really relatively an easy thing, is the first commonsensical thing that anybody would think of that would pop up is you can go out and find part-time employment to bring in additional income. During this time of year, a lot of places, especially in retail, because the holidays are coming up, they are looking for additional staff. UPS, Macy's, Walmart. And I think another thing that's really good is because employers are finding it hard. Employers are finding it difficult to bring on new staff. You have places like fast food restaurants paying $14, $15 an hour, well above minimum wage. That's a great opportunity to make some additional cash so you can cover those holiday costs that's gonna come up. And now a lot of y'all are thinking, man, I'm not going to go work at UPS, or I'm not going to go drive Uber or Lyft and do those things. Well, if you don't do the shit, that's up to you. I'll tell you, as a practicing attorney, I had cases. I've actually drove and did Uber Eats before. I actually worked at UPS before. I actually worked at a call center before. So, hey, that you can't be too proud to change your financial situation, whether you want to just make some extra money to knock out some debts, or if you want to make some extra money to be able to get some of the people you love and care about additional gifts or get them something during the holiday. So that's point number one. Get up off your ass. You can go out, find some way to supplement your income by getting a part-time job. That's point number one. And let me ask, how many of y'all out there actually have a budget or allocate the additional cost associated with groceries into your November budget? I saw a lot of videos where people was like, "Oh, my November budget, I allocate an extra $100 or $200 because of the food cost." I know I don't do it. I'll tell you, since this whole pandemic thing started, I don't spend as much during the holidays. Typically, during Thanksgiving, I host the stuff at my house. One, because people eat too late, especially, hey, no offense, black people, but y'all start too late for me, man. If I go over your house and it's Thanksgiving and it's 8 o'clock and we's about to say prayer and eat, that's too goddamn late for me. I can't do it. So I'll tell you, typically Thanksgiving is at my house because I know I'm a cook. I'm gonna cook stuff early. We're gonna be eating by like 2:30, 3 o'clock. Football still gonna be on. That no late ass game. But let me know who makes budgets and allocations and plans for any additional cost associated with Thanksgiving. I'd like to know that. Let me know in the comments below. All right. Thing number two that you can do to make some additional income, or not really make additional income, but to kind of come up with a way to get some last minute paper for those gifts that you want to buy during the holidays, is take a look around your house and look at things that you want to get rid of. We all have items and things that we aren't using. My homegirl over at Pennies, not perfection. Pennies to perfection. I'm gonna jack the name up. But my homegirl Bonnie over there, she has. I hope I didn't jack the name up. I'm trying to think of the name off the cuff. But she has a lot of videos about decluttering. You can declutter, sell some items on Facebook Marketplace. I would actually advise you to go on Facebook Marketplace or other places. Stay off of Craigslist. All the crazy freaking weirdos on Craigslist. So don't sell nothing on Craigslist unless you got a concealed carry permit and you can meet them in a public area because people on there is crazy. I got some stories, but that's a whole nother video. But you can declutter and sell stuff. I'll tell you, every year we go through the house just with the kids and their toys and their crap and clothes and just gather all that stuff up that they aren't using no more, that they don't use no more, and we donate it to charity. A lot of people will be willing to buy those things because some of the toys that your kids don't use, someone else would love to actually have that toy to be able to give their child or a child who needs it. And you can make a little bit of income while doing it. They get a cheap toy, you get some income, so you can help your situation as the holidays roll around. So that's always an option. Decluttering, selling some items that you aren't using to create additional money. Okay, the third thing is, and we got to be real about this. You got to revamp your list of people who actually deserve to get some shit from the holidays from you. I don't know if y'all. It's some people out there who get everybody something. Like, oh, my third cousin on my dad's side, I'm getting him a new wallet, and my fourth cousin's nephew, I'm gonna get him a skateboard. Sometimes hey, I know it scientifically, the dopamine that the brain creates when you give a gift is more than when you actually receive a gift. So I know giving feels good, but sometimes we got to be realistic and put a limit on some shit. Like, hey, third, fourth cousins. Generally, my general rule is if you're an adult and you're not my parent or my wife, you probably not gonna get shit from me. No offense. Hey, I love y'all. God bless y'all. I'ma pray for y'all that y'all have good health and prosperity as we roll around into the New Year's. But don't look to get a gift under any Christmas tree or for Yom Kippur or for whatever you want to celebrate. You probably not getting anything adult. So let's realistically revamp our list of people who we are getting gifts for, people who we should get gifts for, because it's not worth it to over leverage yourself to try to satisfy everybody with a gift. I'll tell you, I actually, this kind of put it in perspective how people really don't give a damn about your gift for the most part. This will put it in perspective. I got a close member of my family's children some gifts. And I thought they were great gifts. It was like electric cars and remote control cars, stuff that I like. My kids were like, "Oh yeah, that'll be cool." A couple days after the holidays, they called and was like, "Hey, what did you get my kids for Christmas? Cause we can't find it." So people don't give a damn. The shit you get them is probably thrown in the basement somewhere, never to be seen again. They probably opened it and thought somebody else gave it to them. You get the gift, you probably don't even get credit for it. So just be realistic about who we are getting gifts for, who actually warrants a gift, who deserves a gift. If you're a grown ass adult, God bless you. I'm gonna give you nothing but prayers and love. And you can read a Financial Peace University book or the Millionaire Next Door book. I loan you something like that or get you something like that. But outside of that, nah, if you're an adult, get out of my face. All right, so that's the third thing that you can do. I think the final and the most important thing you can do if the holidays are speeding around the corner, you're in a position where I've been in, many of people are in, you can't save, you're just flying by the cuff. You don't want to accumulate a bunch of debt, $1,000 worth of debt, just buying people gifts, and you start the New Year's off in a hole. I think the fourth thing and the most important thing is, and this kind of piggybacks on point number three, who deserves gifts and who should actually get gifts, but you also have to set expectations. Parents, I know y'all out here watching this video. Any parent who's worth their salt is a parent, always want more for their kid. They want their children to have more than they did. But I'll tell you, if you set the expectation for your kids on what the holidays is about, the gift giving situation in your household, you'd be shocked and amazed at how many kids will be in a position to understand. Let's take it into context. Depending on what we have going on, and of course, yeah, we have a sinking fund that we saved up to buy holiday gifts, but it kind of depends on what we have going on. This holiday, We plan on traveling. So nobody is getting a bunch of stuff. The gift that you get is going to be the travel, the vacation that we enjoy. There's been some holidays where people get three gifts. We'll give the kids three gifts. We'll get you something you want, something you need, and something to read. There's very creative ways you can do it, and you'll be shocked at if you set the expectation. Now, if you set the expectation on December 22nd, like, hey, Christmas gonna be rough this year, so you may only get one thing or nothing. Oh yeah, you gonna be in for that. May be a little bit more problematic, parents. But if during the course of the year you just kind of put the bug in your ear, well, the holidays is about giving, not about receiving. We want to be frugal. We want to have other financial goals to achieve. So if you put, not really conditions, but you adjust expectations so your children know what to expect, you'll be amazed at how often they'll accept what those expectations are and really be happy with whatever you are in a position to get them. They'll understand because you put that information in them, you built it up, you didn't surprise them at the last minute. I think I maybe told this story before early on in the video, but I can remember when I was growing up and it was crazy, like uh, mom and dad together, Christmas was mad cool. I remember how that went. And then I remember, when mom and dad separated, I remember Christmas kind of being cool and kind of not because initially it started out cool because it was like we had two Christmases. We had a mom Christmas and a dad Christmas. But then it got to a point where we had, just kind of a mom Christmas and mom would get us stuff like, "Oh, I got y'all a new bike and it's in the box," but she didn't put it together. So I'll be like, "Oh man, this is what fathers are for, to put the stuff together. We ain't got no batteries for none of the gifts." And so I remember one year though where my mother couldn't get me anything for Christmas, and I already knew this. And I'm about to age myself because y'all probably never even heard of this goddamn cartoon, let alone the video game. But it was a cartoon called Captain Bucky O'Hare about a space rabbit, and he had a crew with like a duck and another rabbit who was like a psychic, and this little boy from the planet Earth whose name was Willie DeWitt. That's crazy that I can remember all of this, but it was called Captain Bucky O'Hare, and I was mad excited. So what I did, because I already knew off the cuff, my mother wasn't gonna be able to get us anything like that, So yeah, we probably got like a coat and some shoes, stuff we needed, so our toes didn't freeze off, but we weren't getting no Jordans or nothing like that. And so I never forget. I think I went out and either rake leaves or shovel snow, but I went out and I made like $20. And I never forget. I went to a toy store. It was called KB Toys. I went to KB Toys and I got a Captain Bucky O'Hare action figure that was like $7. And I remember I went to 7-Eleven and I got like two or three comic books. That was back when 7-Eleven used to have a comic book rack on the front, but before all the goons used to always be outside. They probably was outside. I just didn't pay them no attention. And so in the event, I got this stuff maybe 2 days before Christmas, and I remember I put all that stuff under the tree. I didn't open it. I didn't read the comics. I didn't open my action figure. I just put it all under the tree. And sure enough, like clockwork, I woke up early as hell, ran downstairs, and I was mad excited. I'm sitting there, do just as happy, reading my comics, playing with my little stupid Captain Bucky O'Hare action figure. And I remember I look over and I see my mother on the stairs, and she crying, and I'm like, man, what's she? I was a kid. I was like, why is she crying? She should, like, I was like, hey, I don't understand why she crying. I'm over here happy as hell with my Captain Bucky O'Hare action figure. I'm about to go look up that cartoon on YouTube and watch it. But in any event, she was upset. And, initially I was like, damn, she probably upset because she couldn't get us nothing. And I'm over here content. Later on as I got older, she was like, nah, I was actually crying because I was proud that you understood what the situation was and you didn't let the situation, you know, impact how your emotions were. You were content with what you were able to get yourself. And so I think that's a big thing. If you set the expectation for kids as to how your financial freedom journey is going to impact your family, as how it's going to impact holidays, set those expectations so they aren't surprised, and you'll really be surprised how your children can accept what you prepared them to accept. That's all I have. This is a real short video. I just wanted to talk about, hey, something you can do when the Christmas money ain't acting right, you don't got no sinking fund, and you don't want to go in debt with the credit cards and all that stuff. So I hope this information helps somebody. Pass this video on to somebody. Hey, you can't be too proud to change your situation. I was the worst. I was the worst fucking Uber driver ever. I didn't do Uber because I don't want people in my car, but yeah, like nah, I'm just not a productive Uber person. People or like going out buying groceries, they want mad specific stuff. I never get the right thing. If my wife give me a grocery item to go get, I'll get them the No Frills brand, and it'll just be a big problem. But hey, as always, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Be blessed. Peace. And if you're still tuned into this video, definitely hit that icon all the way to the right to subscribe to the channel and check out the videos below where it's more about our financial freedom journey and more content where we're learning about finances along the way.